Hello everyone and welcome back to coverage of Grand Prix Yamabuki for the Revolution format. I'm Caillou, and today we're going to be watching the round 3 match between That1sungod, Nijugo Sonk, and KAmber. KAmber is playing green-white Brutality, which is kind of an aggro-ish Stompy deck which uses cards like Evergrowing Rat and Budding Companion to take over the game quickly, and then finishes off with a titular Brutality in the late game. Also runs white for a bunch of these little hate bears like Henry. That1sungod, on the other hand, is running a blue-white experience, which is the deck that took down the tournament last time. It's a tempo-ish deck that also plays to the board early, but also runs interaction as well as the deadly combo of Tidepool Turtle plus Helping Hand. Unfortunately, is missing an island, was missing Island, so it doesn't have the ability to Tidepool Turtle, but can immediately flip the Eager Hatchling with the Helping Hand to try and outrace the Budding Companion plus Ever-Gnawing Rat. The problem is, without removal, Budding Companion kind of just takes over the game as soon as it flips, so Nijugo is kind of pressured to clock faster now, especially with KAmber being on the play with the Ever-Gnawing Rat. So it's going to be a tough uphill battle for them for sure, especially with KAmber having such a neat curve of Rat into Companion into Henry. So he's going to run out the Helping Hand on the Eager Hatchling, flipping it into Togepi into Togekiss, or I guess Togetic, 4/5 Flying Lifelink, and that definitely evens up the race a little bit, though I don't think it'll be enough. The problem with running such a tempo-ish deck is that if they're playing a creature-based deck, because look, this counters non-creatures, this deals non-creatures. If they're playing a creature-based deck, especially one that goes over you, it's like goes I guess both under and over you. It's a wrap. So you're gonna take 5 from Budding Companion plus Ever-Gnawing Rat. Also, now that Nijugo's tapped out, the Brutality can come down unhindered, and now every one of these creatures gets extra value. I think that this is kind of the nightmare scenario for Nijugo, and I don't know how they make their way out of this, especially drawing other planes, so not able to run out their Haymaker in the Tidepool Turtle. So you're just going to play the Veil Touch Soulbinder and then pass after swinging with the Realized Hatchling. You're going to play Henry River City's Mayor. Yeah, that's not a non-creature, so not something that Nijugo can counter with the Serene Mediator. And then swings for... Oh, it looks like he's going to flash in the... I think he was thinking about flashing in the Serene Mediator to double block and trade with the Budding Companion, which I think is reasonable, but like, nope. Okay, he's just gonna chump with the Veil Touch Soulbinder, take 3 there. But yeah, on the untap, it's like, what does Budding Companion flip into? Is it just a 5/8? No, an 8/6 with Trample. Yeah, so I think that the trade, like the double block trade, would be good there because otherwise you're just hemorrhaging board presence. And next turn, look at this. 8 plus 3, taking a whopping 18 damage. On-end flashes in the Serene Mediator, needs to use that unused mana to kind of put some presence on the board, but like, goddamn. Draws into another Arbiter, but yeah, the Arbiters are kind of useless this game. But it's the only card that Nijugo can actually play. Oh, and also I forgot, Slashing Pangolin comes in with haste, and will be swinging for as a 7/7 haster right there. And yeah, no non-creatures for Arbiter attacks there. I'm just going to name Brutality and be done with it. Yeah, I don't know that KAmber's deck runs any other non-creature spells. Might run Event Horizon. So, yeah, if you're Nijugo and you're looking at the board, I think you kind of have to... Well, keeping back the Realized Hatchling as a blocker makes sense. But can still, like, KAmber can just swing with the Budding Companion. Ever-Gnawing Rat will be buffed up to a 4/4 and the next turn to a 5/5, so it can attack through the Realized Hatchling. And like, it is an 8/6, so you can double block and trade with the Budding Companion, but then you're just hemorrhaging board. Yeah, Nijugo's just gonna concede there. There really was no coming back from that. Okay, and going into game 2, Nijugo has kind of a weak keep. Again, this seems like a really weak keep from them again. Can't cast Serene Mediator. They don't really have that much board presence. And really in this matchup, I feel like you need to out aggro. And the best way to do that is to... Well, I was about to say, to have an experienced creature into Helping Hand. The top deck of the Eager Hatchling quite good here, because it can now go Veil Touched plus Eager Hatchling, and that is a really aggressive curve right there. KAmber does have the Spotted Slugger, which it'll trade with the Soulbinder, but it does act as a removal spell technically. And also KAmber has Event Horizons to take out flipped Eager Hatchling, so Definitely not a lost game by any means. Drawing more lands here, though, not what you want to see. Ooh, is going to instantly run out the event horizon to take out the Eager Hatchling. Interesting. I thought that KAmber would run out the Spotted Slugger, but maybe he was worried about the event horizon, or sorry, the helping hand from last game, which would make sense. Nijugo top decking a Silver Arm Spellblade can't play anything else. Um, it's weird because I think that Nijugo should have just played the helping hand pre-combat right there. The reason I say this is really Nijugo's game plan in this matchup is just to out aggro. And like I guess they can save it, and if they hit two more lands, they can unite the clans into something, or like there really are not very many other options for using Helping Hand, is my feeling. So, but then KAmber's gonna play the Spotted Slugger, pokes in for 2 on the cleared up board, and also kills the Veil Touch Soulbinder that exiled a card and had a counter put on it last turn. And the third planes, yeah, this is looking dire for Nijugo. Can't cast half the cards in their hand. Just going to Helping Hand on the Veil Touch Soulbinder. This way you can actually attack in without it being killed by the Spotted Slugger. So yeah, swings in for 4. Puts Nijugo back up to 21. I think if you're KAmber, you just untap Event Horizon the Soulbinder and then swing in with the Spotted Slugger. Could also play Fox Agency Operator. Actually, no, you play Fox Agency Operator because it can block. And this has been definitely been a stretch for KAmber. I don't think they've drawn a single non-land. Just been forest. But yeah, I think it's better to play the Fox Agency Operator since you can trade, and then you can... buffing up Spotted Slugger is actually kind of terrifying. So, yeah, Spotted Slugger coming down, KAmber getting their clue, and just passing. And yeah, this turtle is emphatically unplayable with all those planes. I'm just going to swing in with the Veil Touch Soulbinder. I think you're very cool with trading here, if you're KAmber. You could also... Another thing you could do is you could take this, then next turn crack the clue, Fox Agency Operator, buff up Spotted Slugger, have Spotted Slugger kill the Soulbinder. So those are both fine plays. I think that if you're worried about any shenanigans, trading with the Fox Agency is fine, but like, it is open list. So yeah, KAmber's just going to take the 4. And finally draws a non-land card. It has the Henry on deck. So yeah, can both crack the clue to buff up Fox Agency, or to buff up Spotted Slugger. Needs to actually pay the 2 mana for that though. Yeah, okay. And then it's going to buff up the Spotted Slugger so it can kill the Soulbinder. Plays Henry. And this game is definitely looking like a wrap at this point. Okay, finally hits the first blue land, and this does allow for an instant speed Unite the Clans. But yeah, Nijugo at this point really can't claw back from that board presence. And I think with that, I think that is Blue-White Experience's second loss this tournament, and therefore it's going to be knocked out and not make top 8. I think definitely this is kind of the deck's worst nightmare in terms of being a creature-based deck, and not only a creature-based deck, but one that can outsize all of what Nijugo is planning to do. So Blue-White Experience was at its strongest when the meta was more control combo, where you can get under them and just tax the hell out of them with your hate bears, and then quickly kill them with the experience threats. But yeah, I really like KAmber's deck as a meta call. Excited to see how it plays further on in the tournament, and maybe even make top 8 if it wins its next match. But until then, this is going to be Caillou signing off.